Okay, everybody, can we start your video? Okay, we're going to start the lesson now. Okay, so Aiden, Yvette, Caleb, Karina, and Liwen. Okay, today they are lesser students because I think most of the students have completed their exam, okay, their math exam. So that's why you see not many students here, okay, very few. Okay, but today will be the last one, okay, the last SA1 paper one, okay, the last SA1 paper one that we are going to go through, and then we have a break until June, all right, June holidays. When June starts, then we will start our prelim, okay, prelim paper one. And the prelim paper one will be very different from the mid-year paper one, all right, it's going to be a bit tougher, all right, so it's going to be quite different. Okay, so Liwen, come start your video, Liwen. All right, so okay, less people means a good thing. Okay, there's an advantage with less people. You can ask questions. Okay, you can ask questions, and then we have time to answer. Right? If there are too many people, then we can't really answer questions. Okay. All right. So let's start. Okay, Anson is here. Okay. All right, Anson, your exam is over. Yeah, your exam is over already, but you can still come. Right? You can still attend the lesson. Okay. Right. Come. Let's look at question number one. Okay, we're gonna start now. So Caleb, are you there? I thought I saw Caleb. Yep, Caleb, once you're ready, can turn on the video. Okay, question one is actually a very simple question, but if you don't read carefully, you don't see carefully, I think some of you put down the answer as number 3, and that's wrong already. Okay, so answer is not number 3, because if you don't see carefully, right, there's something tricky about this simple question. You can see that if you add all the numbers here together, right, you add them all together, that will be how many? 1 million. All right, 1,925,000 if you add the 3 numbers together. So how do you get the missing number? You will have to take 1,703,925 minus. Okay, now why the careless mistake? Because you thought that it was just the digit 7, right? You thought that it was just 700,000, but it's not 700,000. It's actually 703,000. Okay, so the answer is number 4. Okay, number 4. All right, so not number 3. I think some of you make a mistake, right? For question 1, you see too fast already, and then you didn't realize that there was a mistake. Okay, there was a mistake. All right, so when Mr. Ong did this paper, right, before I start the lesson, I was actually doing the paper, and I also made the same mistake. Because why? Because I see too fast also. All right, so Mr. Ong also put number 3 because never see carefully. So in the exam, right, in your mid-year exam, see carefully, right? Don't be too fast, right? Don't be too fast to answer the question. Okay, question number 2, how many 6 are there in 5 and 2/3? You will need to change the mixed number into a fraction, or into improper fraction. So 5 times 3, 15. 15 plus 2 will be 17/3. Right, how do you call this improper fraction? You call it 17/3. But you want how many 6? So you have to make the 3 into a 6. So 3 times 2, and then 17 times 2, and you will get 34/6. So how many 6? So the answer will be number 1, 34/6. Wow, okay, who is the one that annotate on my screen now? All right, so, okay, so no more annotating on my screen already, so that everybody won't be distracted. Okay, hang on for a while. Let me just do something, okay? Do something so that, okay, all right. Okay, let's look at number 3, okay, number 3. Okay, Sherry is here already. Okay, question number 3, change the fraction to a decimal. Okay, by the way, if you are looking at the answer key, you will also realize that there are some mistakes in the answer key, right? Some of the answers in the answer key are wrong, right? So I don't know whether you were looking at the answer key to check your answers. Later, you will find that there are some answers wrong. Okay, I think question number 3, the answer key is wrong. So how do you get your decimal? You make the denominator into a 10, 100, or 1,000. So which is easier to make? 100, right? 20 times 5, 100. 9 times 5 is 45 over 100. So what's the decimal? The decimal will be 0.45. Okay, so your answer will be 0.45. The answer key said something else. Okay, answer key is a bit different. Answer should be number 2. Okay, got it? Am I correct? Yep. So if you look at the answer key, I think there's a little mistake there. Okay, Caleb, are you there, Caleb? You can start your video when you're here already. Okay, question number 4. All right, any question, please raise your hand now. We can have time. All right, we can have time to what? Have time to answer questions. So arrange the numbers from the largest to smallest. There's also something wrong with this answer key here. All right, there's something wrong. So what is the largest to the smallest? You have to change the improper fraction to a mixed number. So how do you change it? 15 over 7 will be 2 and 1 over 7. Okay, and how do you get that? You just take 15 and divide by 7. Do your long division. Okay, and how about 13 over 6? That would be 2 and 1 over 6. All right, and then this is 2 and 3 over 8. Okay, now it's very hard to make the denominator the same, right? So if you can't make the denominator the same, what do? Make the numerator the same. Okay, so how do you make the numerator the same? Just times 3, all right, and then below also times 3, and then on top here times 3, below also times 3. So you can also make the numerator the same, and you get 2 and 3 over 8, and then 2 and 3 over 21, and then 2 and 3 over 18. So which is the biggest fraction? The biggest fraction is the one that has the least denominator, that has the smallest denominator. So which is the smallest denominator? Which is 2 and 3 over 8. Okay, that's the biggest, this is the biggest fraction. Why is it the biggest fraction? Because it has the least denominator. Okay, that's the biggest fraction. So 2 and 3 over 8, so it's either this one or this one, either number 1 or number 2, right? And what is the next smaller? The next smaller, you compare, or which is the smallest one? Which is the smallest fraction? The smallest fraction is the one that has the biggest denominator. The biggest denominator, which is 2 and 3 over 21, or 15 over 7. So 15 over 7 is the smallest fraction. Okay, so your answer has to be number 2, right? The biggest to the smallest. Do you understand? Okay, one more time. Let me just go through this one more time. So make the numerator the same. How do you know which is the biggest fraction? You look for what? Look for the smallest denominator. So the biggest fraction will be here. All right, this is your biggest fraction, number 1. And which is the smallest fraction? The smallest fraction is the one that has the biggest denominator. All right, this is your smallest fraction. All right, and then the middle one will be this one. Okay, the middle one will be this one. Okay, so then you arrange. So when you arrange, your answer will be number 2. Am I correct? Yeah, am I correct? Yeah, okay, that's how you arrange, right? Okay, that's how you do it. That's how you learn in P3, you compare the numerators in P3. Okay, question number 5. Okay, let's go to number 5. And okay, this one is easy. So you just add all the 50 grams. That will be 250. Okay, and 250 minus away the 150 grams here, and you will get the container, which is 100 grams. So answer number 1. Okay, simple. All right, quite easy. Okay, Liban, understand, Liban? Okay, question number 6. Let's go on to the next one. A bookshop has 810 pencils. There are 30 pencils in a box. How many boxes are there? You must divide to get how many boxes. 810 and divide by 30. Okay, shortcut. Take out 10 and here also take out 10. And you will get 81 divide by 3. You will get 27. All right, no calculator. You have to do your working. So answer will be number 1. All right, so this one tests you on what? Tests you on how to cancel the zeros when you divide. Okay, question 7, ratio method. There's a fraction there. You can convert the fraction to ratio. The numerator points to the first group. Denominator points to the second group. So the boys will be 2. Okay, remember how you write your ratio? You cannot write boys is to pupils. This is a very poor ratio. It's a very bad ratio because where are the girls in the ratio? You must have all the different groups in your ratio. So make sure that when you're using ratio method, you must have every single group inside. All right, so boys, girls, and then the pupils. Okay, or the total. The pupils is also the total. And the total is 3. The pupils is 3. So the girls must be 1. So what's the ratio of boys to girls? That will be 2:1. Answer number 2. Okay, Karina, can you start your video, Karina? Okay, question number 8. Let's go to number 8. And Jamie was at home facing the car park. And before you even look at the question, you should be doing this. You should be putting down the compass direction. North, south, west, east. And then your 8-point compass, your northeast, then your southeast. So this is what you must do first. And your northwest. All right, then now you answer the question. So he was facing the car park, which is here. All right. And she turned an angle of 225 degrees. So you have to break up the number into smaller numbers, which is 180 and 45 degrees, right? And you turn clockwise. Clockwise means follow the clock. Okay, so let's turn 180, which is like this, then plus another 45 degrees. So where was she facing? She's facing the bubble. Okay, the bubble. So your answer answer will be number 4. Okay. All right, these are all 1 mark questions, so not very hard to get the answer. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Now, what is the value of x? Given that 2x plus 10 equals 12. So 2x plus 10 equals 12 is, how do you rearrange? 2x is also equal to 12 minus 10, right? 12 minus 10, and you get 2. 2x is equal to 2. So what is x? So x will be 2 divided by 2. It's like 2 units. 2 units equal 2. So 1 unit will be 2 divided by 2. And that's how you get your value of x, which is 1. So x is equal to 1. All right. Okay, question number 10. Okay, question 10. Okay, express 10 ml as a percentage of 2 liters. Before you do anything, you have to make them all the same units. Change them all into ml. So your 2 liter, you change it to 2000. And then you can plus minus whatever you want to do. All right, so express 10 ml as a percentage. So how to get a percentage? Remember, fraction is percentage best friend. So write as a fraction first. So express 10 ml as a fraction of 2000 ml, like this. Okay, get your fraction. And then how do you get your percentage? Can you make the denominator 100? If you cannot, never mind. You can do the other way, all right? You just times 100%. So there are 2 ways to change into percentage. You can either make the denominator 100, but if you cannot, then you times 100%. All right, then you cancel, right? Cancel 2 zeros, cancel 2 zeros, right? Can you cancel any more? Yeah, you can still cancel some more. Divide by 10 and 20 divided by 10, you get 2. All right, whatever numbers that you cannot cancel, you circle, right? Circle so that you don't get confused, right? And then you multiply the numbers that you circle. So 1 times 1 and 2 times 1, that will be 0.5%. But there's no answer. 0.5% don't have, right? So 0.5% is also 0.5%. So is there any answer with 0.5%? Yeah, number 1. Okay, got it? Okay, so just to let you know that you try to, if you have a lot of mistakes for the past several weeks, you really need to look at revise the mistakes, because when we do the prelim paper 1, it's going to be quite different already. All right, it's going to be quite different. No more simple ones already, right? For the prelim paper 1, it will be suddenly become like paper 2 already, like those easy kind of paper 2. All right, so whatever mistakes you have made so far, you must really remember, revise, and don't make the same mistakes. Okay, so you have a trapezium. What is a trapezium? Only 2 lines that are parallel, and there's an important property. What's the important property? The angles between the 2 lines that are parallel add together is 180. Right? So these 2 red color angles add together 180. So can you find angle x? You take 180 minus 80, 100, 100 minus 40, 60. So your angle x is 60 degrees. Okay, so the important property, right? Okay, let's look at question number 12. Okay, this is the one that you must focus. Okay, pay more attention to this percentage. Now, Jay wanted to buy a dress that cost $150 at Sunny store. There was a 20% discount during the Black Friday sales. As a member, she got another additional 10% discount off the discounted price. So how much did Jane pay for the dress in the end? Now, you cannot what? You cannot take 20% discount plus another 10% discount gives you 30% discount. You cannot do that. If those of you who take 20% plus 10% equal 30% discount, wrong already. Okay, what should be the correct way? You always start with 100% first, right? So your 100% is without the discount yet. Okay, and how much is that? That is the original price, $150. Okay, there was a 20% discount. This is the first discount, right? During the sale. So can you find how much did he pay after the first discount? So how much did she pay? So what do? Jumping. Do some jumping. You want, after she paid how many percent? She paid 80%, right? After 20% discount. So you do jumping, you divide by 5. Okay, divide by 5 to get 20%. And then later you times 4 to get 80%. So after the discount, she only paid 80%, right? Okay, then the other side, you also do the same. So you divide by 5, you get 30. and then you times 4 to get $120. So she only paid $120 during the sale. But that's not the answer yet because she was a member, right? So if you are a member, you get another 20% discount. So before you can minus again the 20% discount.
10%.
What 10%? Oh, 10%, sorry, 10%. Yeah, Miss Not see wrongly. All right, so before you can minus another 10% discount, you have to start with 100% again, right? So your 100% is the discounted price. So before you can minus any discount, you always have to start with 100%. So your 100% is the discounted price, which is still 120. Yeah. So how much do you pay in the end, or how much did she pay in the end? She would have paid only 90%, right? Because there was an additional 10% discount, right? So you do jumping, right? Jump. Okay, jump. So how to jump? So can we divide by 10 and then to get 10%, and then 10% times 9 to get 90. So you do some jumping so they can do faster. Then the other side, you also jump. Divide by 10 to get $12. And then you times 9, right? Times 9 to get $108. So how much did she pay in the end? She paid $108 in the end. Now, this is a very important question. Okay, this question is a very important question, very common. So you have to know, you have to, what must you remember? You have to remember that you need to always start with 100% first before you can minus or plus. Okay, understand? Like if there's a GST, you must always start with 100% before you add the GST. If there's a discount, you must always start with 100%. So if there are two discounts, then you must start with 100% 2 times. Okay, you must start with 100% 2 times because there are two discounts. Okay, clear? Okay, let's move on. Okay, let's go on to the next one already. Question 13, all right, question 13. Okay, question 13, what do we have? Jason has 12 kilograms of salts. He packs them equally into 6,000 packets. What is the mass of one packet of salts? You can see all the answers are in kg. All right, so maybe we don't change it to grams. We use 12 kg, and what do we do with that? We divide by 6,000. Or is it 6,000 divided by 12? Or 12 divided by 6,000? Some of you are confused. Now, if you're confused, what do you do? Then you do this, okay, if you're confused. All right, this is what you do. You can write something like this. 6,000 packet. 6,000 packet is how heavy? That will be 12 kg, right? You want to find one packet, right? One packet. So you do something like this. And then you jump again, right? The jumping, divide by 6,000 on this side. Then the left side, the right side, you also divide by 6,000. Now you know that it's actually 12 divided by 6,000 and not 6,000 divided by 12. Okay? All right. Okay, then how to divide? Then you have to break up the 6,000 into number bonds. Break up into number bonds. 6,000 is also 6 and 1,000. Okay, then 12 divided by 6 is 2. 2 divided by 1,000, and then you are stuck. Or are you stuck? Not really, right? What is 2 divided by 1,000? 2 divided by 1,000 is also like a fraction, right? It's also 2 over 1,000, right? You don't have to shift the decimal point also. Just change it to a fraction like that, and your decimal will be 0.002 kg. So your answer is number 3. So do I need to shift the decimal point? Also can, but if you think a bit more, you can actually write as a fraction, and that's your decimal already. Understand? But otherwise, how do you shift the decimal point if you don't know? Right? You just create. All right. If you don't know how to write as a fraction, then never mind. Change the whole number into a decimal. Shift the decimal 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. And there are 2 baskets. Put the zeros inside the basket, and the arrowhead decimal point and the 0 in front. You will still get the same answer. Okay? Are you clear? Karina, understand? These are all basic that you must really try to know how to do. Okay, Wenrei, understand? Wenrei? Okay, Rafael, Miss Song can't see you. Rafael, where are you, Rafael? Are you lying on the bed or what? Okay, don't lie on the bed. Okay, let's look at question 14, right? Question 14. Okay, question 14, what is the total water in all the 3 containers? You need to count the gaps. Okay, you cannot, there's no shortcut here. So what's the way to do it? Count the gaps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 gaps. 10 gaps is how many ml? 0.25 times 1,000, right? 0.25 times 1,000, shift decimal point to the right. 1, 2, and 3, and you will get 250.0 or 250 ml. You got to do this, right? There's no shortcut. No shortcut. You have to count the gaps and then find how much is one gap. So one gap will be 250 divided by 10, which is 25 ml. Then start counting. Start counting. So you start counting. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 units. 8 units will be 25 times 8. You get 200 ml. Okay. Yep. So that's the first. That's your first container. First container. How about the second one? Count the gaps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you have 10 units is 500. Then your 1 unit will be 500 divided by 10. And then start counting again, right? Start counting. So you have 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350. So there is 350 ml inside the container here. Okay. All right, how about the next one? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, this is a bit easier. 10 gaps is 1,000. Okay, 1,000. So one gap is 100. And you start counting. So there'll be 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there are 400 ml. So no shortcut. There's no shortcut. No shortcut. So if you can get the answer very fast, do let me know how you do it because I don't know how you do it. But otherwise, this is a correct way to do it. Add all the water together. 200 plus 350 is 550. 550 plus 400 will be 950. Okay, so answer will be number 3. Got it? All right. Okay, let's look at the last question. Okay, question 15. This is the last one. So in your mid-year exam or even the PSLE, there will always be a few questions that are very challenging. Okay, like quite hard, looks quite hard. Okay, so what do we do with this question 15? Read the question first and think of a suitable method. Candle A, candle B were lit at the same time. Candle A could last 3 hours. Candle B could last 5 hours. After 1 hour, both candles were equal in length. What was the ratio of the length of candle A to the length of candle B at first? Okay, what do you do? Now, remember, if you don't know how to do, what is the first method you try to think of? Model drawing. You always try to think about whether can you draw a model. You can actually draw a model, but this model is quite special. Because why? Because it's a standing model. Standing model. All right, so I draw 2 rectangles of the same length. Why? Because they are candles, and after 1 hour, the 2 candles were equal in length after 1 hour. So you have 2 rectangles equal in length. Okay, so which means that candle A has burned for 1 hour already. So candle A will need another 2 hours to finish burning. Am I correct? So you cut into 2 parts. All right, so you have 1 hour here and 1 hour here, right? So so candle A must have what is the height of candle A at first? Must be like that, because candle A takes 3 hours to burn. Yeah, candle B takes 5 hours to burn. So after 1 hour, then the candle B looks like this after 1 hour. So how many more hours does candle B take to burn finish? That will be 4 hours more. So candle B will take 4 hours to burn, right? To burn finish. So 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour, and so on. So the original height, the height of candle B at first must be something like that. Oh, that's like a model. It's like a model already. A model that's standing, candle, standing model. All right, then what do? You make the boxes look equal or make them equal. So how to make them equal? You can call these units. Okay, these are units. Then this must be 2 unit and 2 unit. Right, because after 1 hour, the candles are equal in height. All right, and then this one must be 2 units. So can you find the ratio of candle A to candle B? So candle A is 6 is to 5. So your answer will be number 4. Did anyone get the answer correct? Because it's not easy. Anyone get this answer correct? Nobody, only one person. Okay, this is not quite easy. So must think of what's the method to use? Try to always think about model. Can you draw a model to represent the problem? Yeah, you can actually draw a model to represent the candles. Okay, all right, let's go to question 16. So we're going to move on to 16 already. Okay, 16. So we are going to go through slowly. So I'm not rushing through. Okay, find the value of 60 divide. Okay, there's a divide there. and there's a bracket. So what do you do first? Oh, what do you do first? Do the minus first. Okay, the minus. So 60 divide, and there's a minus and plus in the bracket. Do the whichever comes first. 15 minus 8 will be 7, then plus 3 and close the bracket, and then times 9. So write step by step. Okay, then what's the next step? The next step is to do the bracket. So 60 divide by 10 and then times 9. And then what's the next step? Divide and times, you do whichever comes first. So that'll be 6 times 9. And your answer will be 54. So as you do step by step, your sentence gets shorter and shorter. Okay, all right, question 17. Now, the figure is made of rectangles and triangles. So when you see pictures like this, what is the first thing you should do? The first thing that you should do is to cut them all the same shapes. Cut them all into same shapes. So this is something like your P3, right? P3 also got something similar. Cut them all identical. So what fraction of the figure is shaded? They are all together 16 triangles, and there are 10 triangles shaded. So 10 over 16. So you divide by 2 and 16 divide by 2. So 5 over 8 of the figure is shaded. Okay, all right. Question 18. This one also not hard. You cannot compare the decimal yet because there are different decimal places. So what do? Okay, now over here, you got to be careful. If you put the 0 inside, make sure you don't write the working answer, right? You have to write down the original answer. So what I will do is I will do this, all right? So that I don't make careless mistakes in the exam. I will write below, write the working answer below, like this, 0.200 and 0.189. So that when I write the answers, I can still see the original answers. Okay, so what is the smallest one? The smallest one is 0.189. and then 0.19 and not 190. And the greatest is 0.2 and not 0.200. Okay, that's why we start write the working answers below so that we don't get confused and write the wrong thing. Okay, question 19. Okay, now what is the average score? To find the average score, you must find the total. So you add them all together. Okay, besides I should do working already. So 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 carry 1, 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 4, then plus 1 will be, what's that? 5, why did I carry 1? Okay, I should not carry 1. Okay, 3 plus 5 is 8, then 1 plus 2 plus 1 is 4. So the total score is 48. Okay, total score. All right, total score is 48, and this is the part where some of you may make a mistake. You go and divide by 3. Because you thought that Ping Li got 0, so not counted, right? But even though she got 0, she's still included. She's still one of the children. So you must take the total and divide by all the children, including Ping Li, even though she gets 0. So the average score is 12. Okay, not 48 divided by 3, because you have to add up all the children, whether they get 0 or not, you still have to include them. Okay, question 20. Okay, timeline. So what I will do is I will change this into hours and minutes. So that will be 2 hours or 120 minutes, and this will be 8 minutes left. Okay, and I use a timeline to find what time the movie ends. Okay, so timeline, and this is 11:45 in the morning, and you need to jump 2 hours. So jump 2 hours, which is 1:45 p.m. And then you need to jump another 8 minutes. And 45 plus 8 will be 53. So 1:53 p.m. But this is a 12-hour clock. So how do you change into 24-hour clock? You add 12 to 1. Okay, because it's PM, right? PM is what? You have to add 12 to the hour. So when you add 12 to 1, that will be 13:53. Right? No dots. There's no dot in the middle. There's no, don't write anything over here. There's nothing over here. All right. And you should leave a gap in between the hours and the minutes. So 13:53. Okay. Got it? All right. This is your P4, 13:53. And there's a little dot here. Ignore that dot. Okay. This dot is not supposed to be there. Okay. Not supposed to be there. Got it? All right. Question 21. Now we come to the, okay, this one's still very easy. It's like a giveaway question. So what's the area of the figure? Write your formula. This is a 3/4 circle, 3/4 times pi r square. Okay, so Karina, take note of this. All right, and some of you must take note of this. How do you get the area? Write the fraction in front. and then write the formula first. Don't try to put numbers yet. So once you have all these, then you put the numbers into the formula. So what's your pi? Your pi is 22/7. What's the radius? 14. The radius is 14 because that's the radius of a quadrant, right? So 14 times 14. No calculator, you will need to cancel. Okay, so how do you cancel? Do slowly. Divide by 7 and divide by 7. Okay, don't rush. And then 4 divided by 2 and 22 divided by 2. Okay, so you can only cancel two numbers at one time. Then 2 divided by 2 and 14 divided by 2. Okay, and once you can see all the denominators, they are 1. All the denominators become 1. Then you can start to multiply already. So 3 times 11 is 33. 33 times 2, 66. 66 times 7. So do your working. So what do you get? 66 times 7, you will get 462. And then multiply the denominators, 1 times 1 times 1 times 1. And you get 1. So the area of the 3/4 circle is 462 cm square.
Oh no, it's 462 meters.
Oh, 462 meters square. Oh, okay, yeah. If it's a paper 2, it's not also minus marks also because it's supposed to be 462 meter, right? Meter square. Okay, so be careful with the units, right? For your paper 2, because paper 2, you have to write your own units. Okay, question 22. The table shows the results of 4 swimmers. Who is the winner? Now, the winner is not the one who has the most time. The winner is the one that takes the shortest time. But you cannot compare because you have different units. So you have to change them into all seconds. So 1 minute is 60 plus 5, 65 seconds. Then 60 plus 12, 72 seconds. And the rest will be no change. Okay, no change. So who is the winner? Who is the winner? So you look for the smallest number. So the winner is Deepa, right? Deepa takes the shortest time. Okay, so I don't know whether you make a mistake and you choose the one that has the longest time. The longest time is the loser. When you run a race, you need to have a shorter time to win, right? So how much faster is the winner compared to the second fastest? So look for the first and the second. The first is Deepa, and the second is Ching Leong. So you take 58 minus 55. So how much faster? 3 seconds faster. Okay, so quite easy to get the marks for this question, even though it's a 2 mark. It's quite easy. Okay, let's go to the next one. 4 rulers cost as much as Y pen. What is cost as much? Equal, same. So 4 rulers cost as much as Y. Okay, Y pens. Okay, so I'm going to put down something. Okay, we can write like this. Okay, let me just write a bit nicer. So 4 rulers. Okay, let me write the word clearly. 4 ruler cost as much as Y pens. John bought 12 rulers. So do this. Remember, I showed you something like this before. So when you do this, you will know what to do next because you just jump times 3. And then the other side, you also times 3. And what is 3 times Y? 3 times Y is 3Y. So how many pens can he buy with the same money? 3Y. So he can buy 3Y pens. Okay, Karina, do you get the answer correct, Karina? All right, everybody, this is algebra, so you should start doing algebra. No skipping the question already. Okay, question 24. This is the one, okay, which is going to be very common. And if you still make a mistake, this could be your last chance to remember. Okay, let me just come back again. Okay, once you're done, give a thumbs up. Now for question 24, if you make a mistake, you really got to do something about it because that question 24 is a very common question. And also we are going through it, I don't know how many times already. So if you get it wrong, never mind, but this could be your last chance to, to get it correct before your exam starts. Okay, so look at question 24 and let's see who made the same mistake. Now, Mrs. Krishnan had a piece of ribbon, which is 3/8 meter long. She cut it into 1/12 meter pieces. So how many pieces were there at most? So you divide, right? Everybody knows that we have to divide. This one, no question asked. Everyone knows that we need to divide to get how many pieces. Okay, so you do your keep, change, and flip, right? Keep, change, flip. And then you cancel. Divide by 4 and divide by 4. Can you cancel some more? Cannot already, right? So cannot cancel, then you multiply. So 3 times 3, you get 9. And then 2 times 1, you get 2. All right, And then what do? Change it to a mixed number, right? Mixed number, which is 4.5. And how many pieces are there? Look at the whole number, right? The whole number is how many pieces, which is 4. So I think everyone gets 4, right? 4 pieces. Okay, so this is how you get your part A, which is very easy. And then the part B, that's the problem. What was the length of the leftover? What is the remainder? What's the remainder? Is the remainder half? Did anybody put half again? That's wrong already. If you put half, that's not correct, because how do you get the remainder? Okay, shortcut. That's a remainder. How do you get the remainder? You take half, okay? Take half and you multiply by what? Multiply by the length of one piece. What is the length of one piece? Which is 1/12 meter, okay? To get the remainder. So half times 1/12, 1 times 1, 2 times 12, and this is the remainder, or you call it the leftover. Okay, the leftover. All right, that's how you get the leftover. So don't care when you divide, don't look at this one. That's not the answer. So how to get the remainder? You take half times the length of one piece to get the leftover. Understand? Okay, Karina, do you get it correct? Karina, part B? Oh, well, okay, well done. Okay, if you get it correct, means you understood. You know how to do already.
This one our teacher go through before.
Okay, there is a longer way to get the same answer as well. There's a longer way. What's the longer way? Okay, Miss Ong will write down for you, but I will just tell you briefly what is the longer way. The longer way is what? To take the 4 pieces, then you multiply by what? Go and multiply by the length of one piece, which is 1/12 meter, and get your answer. All right, get your answer, and then take the total length, which is your 3/8 meter. That's the total length, right? Minus the answer, and you also get the same remainder, right? That is a longer way, but we can do a faster way lah. Okay, the faster way is the one that I showed you just now. Okay, all right. So take note that you know how to do the next time. Okay, question 25. What must you do? When you see a rhombus, you need to put markings. Put markings there, and put the arrowheads to show parallel lines, because they are important property, right? Important properties to tell you there are important properties that are related to lines that are parallel. Okay, so you got to do all this. All right. Okay, then read the question and then put the question mark. PST. Where's your PST? PST is over here. Okay, then don't care the question mark. Look for other angles you can find. Okay, now rhombus. What's so special about rhombus? Rhombus is cut into 2 isosceles triangles. All right, I hope you know. All right, so can you find this angle here and this angle here? Yes, I can, because I take 180 minus 30 and I get 150, and then I have to divide by 2 to get 75 degrees, which is here and also here. Okay, so what is special about rhombus? Rhombus has 2 triangles that are identical, totally the same. So you can just copy 75, here also 75, then the other angle here also 30, exactly the same. Okay, so can we find the question mark already? Yes, we can, because angle at a point, which is over here, 360 degrees. And you go and minus all those angles that you see. Okay, minus 75, minus 140, all right, and you will get your question mark. So what's the answer? So 360 minus 75, minus 140, and your answer will be 70, right? 70 degrees. Okay, understand? Okay, right, let's go on to the next one. Okay, question 26. Okay, by the way, when we come to the prelim paper, okay, it will take quite long. Okay, Mr. Realize the prelim paper one is going to be quite tough. It may take about at the most 1 hour 30 minutes when we go through the paper one. So you may have to be prepared to stay until 9:30. Okay, 9:30 when we do the paper one. Okay, yeah, because some of the paper one are really quite tough. Okay, so the table shows the rates for sending parcel. So how much would it cost to send a parcel that weighs 1.3 kg to USA? So method, you have to draw a line. Okay, draw a line method. And then put the total mass. Change the kilogram to grams. Why must you do that? Because all these are in grams. Can you see all the numbers are in grams? So 1.3 kg is also 1,300 grams. Okay, and how do you know? You need to shift your decimal point. So by now, I hope you know how to shift 1, 2, and 3. So 2 zeros in the basket, decimal point, and 0. Okay, all right, cut out the first 500 grams. All right, and how much is that? $15. All right, and what's the balance? The balance is 800 grams. All right, the remainder is 800 grams. So you need to cut the 800 grams into 500 and 300. Okay, all right, doesn't look proportional, but doesn't matter. Okay, so every 500 grams is $17.50, and the part thereof, which is your lesser than 500, is also $17.50. So put all the workings onto the line. Then you will never make a mistake. Don't do in your head, right? If you know you're going to make careless mistakes, then put all this down, right? Put all this onto the paper. Then you plus them together, I think you will get $50. So your answer is $50 when you add them together. Okay, Caleb, do you get the answer correct? Okay, all right, let's go to number 27, right? 27. Okay, all right, this one also not that hard, but the units are all different. What must you do? You have to change it all the same. But what do you want to change it into? You want to leave your answer in kilogram, so make them all kilogram. So your 1 kg and 500 grams, can you change it into kilogram? Yeah, you change it into grams first, then later divide by 1000, right? And you will get 1.5. And how do you get 1.5? You will have to shift the decimal point to the left by creating a decimal point. Okay, all right. So you create a decimal point and then shift to the left, 1, 2, and 3. That's how you get 1.5 kg. Okay, so everything kg. This is 1.5 kg. This is also kg. This is also kg. Can do already. So when she bought means you have to what? You have to plus, right? So you take 1.5 plus 3.008. Okay, put the 0 in the blank spaces. You get 4.508. Okay, so she got so much more already. And then she used. So when you use, you have to minus. So you take 4.508 and you minus 1.080. All right, so 8 minus 0, 8, borrow, right? And here you lend, okay? All right, so 10 minus 8 will be 2, 4 minus 0 is 4, 4 minus 1 is 3. So what is the flour left in the end, which is 3.428 kilogram? Do you get the answer correct? Yeah, no calculator, cannot use calculator for this. So Caleb got mistake, Caleb? Okay, must know your mistake. Okay, so most likely could be because you changed wrongly lah, most likely. Okay, so you must know how to change it correctly. Okay, question 28. Okay, question 28, and this is the one that some of you may be not able to do. If you look at this figure, isn't that a parallelogram? Right, parallelogram. And what is special about parallelogram? Well, if you look at this parallelogram, the triangles here and the triangles here, they are the same. Okay, they are the same. There's a method called what? A method called cut and paste. You can cut and paste here. So what will you get? You will get a rectangle. A rectangle. So what's the area of this rectangle? Which is the area of the parallelogram. So you have 30, the length is 30. And what's the breadth? The breadth is 14. So 30 times 14, shortcut, 14 times 3, that will be 42, add 1 0 behind. So the area of the figure is 420 centimeters square. Okay? Yeah? So when the question gets hard, when you don't know how to do, then you have to think of methods. There's a method here, cut and paste, right? Cut and paste, right? Cut out this blue triangle, cut out this triangle, and then paste it to the other side. And you will form a rectangle, right? A big rectangle, okay? Right? Okay, no questions. Let's go to question 29. Right, question 29. And what do we have? Okay, 2 more questions and we are done. Okay, now there is a question error for this. All right, question error.
Teacher, I think you skipped 28.
Oh, did I skip any question? Okay, question 28. Question 28 done already. That's the answer, right? Area of the figure is 420. Okay, so we are done with that. Okay, question 29. We can't do this. Okay, why we can't do this? Okay, but before we can't do this question, but let me show you what's the method to use. Now, can we have some toy cars? If he shares them with 2 or 3 friends, there'll be no toy car left. When I see the phrase, when he shared with 2 or 3 friends, there'll be no toy cars left. When I see something like this, what's the method? Multiples. 2 and 3, right? So get your common multiple. So look at the bigger number, which is 6, 3, 6. Can 6 divide by 2? Yeah, 6 can divide by 2. And you get the first common multiple, 6. So maybe he has 6 toy cars, maybe, right? But can 6 divide by 4? Because he got 4 friends, right? He got 4 friends. So can 6 divide by 4 and gives you one remainder 1? Cannot, right? 6 divided by 4, what do you get? Now 6 divided by 4, you will get, what do you get? You get a remainder 2, but you want remainder 1. So cannot be 6. Then you jump, okay? How do you get the next common multiple? You look at the first common multiple, 6 times 2, that is the second common multiple, okay? Yeah, this is a shortcut. How to get your common multiples. Then can 12 divide by 4? Yeah, you can divide by 4, but you don't get a remainder 1. You want a remainder 1, so cannot be 12. Then the next common multiple will be 18, right? How do you get 18? You look at the first, always look at the first common multiple, and you times 3 to get the third one. And 18 divided by 4, friends. And what happened? 18 divided by 4, you still get a remainder 2. Right, you still get a remainder 2. So which means that this question, there is something wrong. You can't solve this problem, right? Because you will never get a remainder 1. You will always get a remainder 2. Did anyone got the answer? Did anyone manage to solve this problem? If you can solve this problem, there must be something I missed, right? Anyone can solve this problem? Cannot, right? Yeah, so this question has an error. Okay, but what's the method here? The method here is multiples. And how do you know you can use multiple? Because of the phrase. He shares them with 2 or 3 friends, there'll be no toy cars left. That is the clue already. Got it? All right, so we can't do this. Okay, let's go to the next one. Now this one, open your eyes big, same thing. Percentage, same as a discount. You cannot take 20% plus 7 or 20 minus 7, cannot. All right, totally 0 marks. So you always have to start with 100% first. So a handbag costs $107 after 20% discount and also after GST. Okay, so can we find how much is the bag, the original cost before the GST, right? And also before the discount. What is the original price? Okay, how to do? Look carefully. Now let's look at the GST. Before the GST is how many percent? 7%, right? So which means that you must take 100% plus 7% and you will get 107% GST. And that is the money that is the cost of the handbag, because the handbag costs $107 after the GST and also after discount, right? So if 107% is after the GST, that is $107. Then you find how much is 1%, and you get $1, right? 107 divided by 107 still $1. So what is the price of the handbag before the GST, which is 100%, right? Before the GST. So if I don't have the GST, how much do I pay for the handbag? That must be $100 before the GST. But this money still got discount inside. There's still a discount inside, right? This money is also discounted, right? There's a discount in this money. Okay, so what happened? There is a 20% discount for the handbag. So which means that how many percent do I pay? I must have paid only 80%. Okay, hang on for a while. Let me just change the color. So I must have paid only 80%, right? 80% for the handbag, right? And that 80% is the $100, which is now without the GST. Okay, without the GST. So you have to slowly, one by one, work backwards. So 80% is the discount, which is $100. Then what is the original price, which is no discount? What is the original price? Do jumping, all right, do some jumping. So I can divide by what? Divide by 4, I get 20, and then I times 5 to get 100. Then the other side, I can make sure the other side can also divide by 4, and I get $25, and then you times 5. Okay, so what is the original cost of the handbag without the discount. The original cost is $125 without the discount and also without the GST. Okay, so this one is a little bit, can be a bit tricky or a bit hard. You have to work backwards slowly. Okay, did anyone get the answer correct? Okay, only one person, and Yvette also got it correct. Okay, those who didn't get it correct, make sure you know what happened, and always remember that you must always you always start with 100%. But in this question, how come we start with 107%? How come? Because the handbag costs $107 after the discount, after GST already. It costs so much money after GST. So that's why you have to begin with 107% because it is already after the GST. Right, the handbag is already after GST. Okay, got it? That's why you don't start with 100% over here, right? You have to start with 107%. Okay, any question? Wow, today is one of the earliest time that we finished the lesson. Okay, but the prelim paper one, the prelim paper one, if you can finish in 1 hour, that's very good already. But I think it will take quite long, about 1 hour. The 1 hour at the most 30 minutes to finish the paper thoroughly. Okay, so be prepared when you come for the prelim paper one, you may have to stay quite a bit. Okay, so this is the last SA1 lesson. All right, no more SA1 already. So we will have a 2-week break. Okay, 2-week break, and we will start the prelim paper one in June. Okay, June. All right, so anyone has completed your exam already, your math exam? Anybody? Oh, Li-Wen completed already. Then actually Li-Wen don't have to come. You can study for your other exam, right? Okay, but it's okay. Okay, now, any questions? Anyone want to stay behind? You can stay behind to ask any questions. Okay, there's no questions, then I will see Karina tomorrow, all right? And the rest of you, I will see the next lesson. All right, so goodbye, everybody. And if you need to stay behind, you can stay back. All right, goodbye. All right, okay, bye, Li-Wen. Okay, bye, Aiden. Bye, Raffel. Okay, bye. Caleb, want to ask me a question, Caleb?
Yeah.
Okay, Caleb, so how was it? This paper is actually not very tough.
Yeah, it's actually okay.
It's actually okay lah. But
Yeah, I need to ask the question 22.
Question 22. Okay, so do you have a lot of mistakes?
Not really.
Okay. Okay, question 22. Let me see. What is that? Okay, what is your question for? What's your question for this?
No, I think I missed out part B. So like, can I see the
okay.
answer?
How much faster? How much faster is the winner compared to the second fastest winner? So you look for the winner. The winner is Deepa, right? And then who's the second fastest? The second fastest will be Chin Leong. Chin Leong is 58 seconds, second fastest, right? So then you compare these two persons, and that's how you get 3 more seconds. 3 more seconds faster. Okay, faster means 3 seconds lesser, right? So the winner took 3 seconds lesser compared to the second fastest winner.
Yeah, okay, understand. Okay, hold on, let me calculate.
Okay, let's hope you get high marks, high score.
$38 out of 45.
48 out of?
38.
Oh, that's fantastic. All right, you get it. Not bad. That's quite good. So keep up the good work. Okay, 38 out of 45. Yeah, I think that's so you can actually, what you do is you can actually look at all your previous paper one, go and add up the marks, and then compare with your coming paper one, paper one, and see which is the hardest or the easiest.
So paper 2 I should score at least 17.
No, you don't score 17. No. Okay, you should. Okay, the minimum is what? Okay, paper 1 is 45, right? You must try to get at least what is it? At least 33 minimum. And then your paper 2 is 55. Upon 55, you must try to get at least 33, right? 33. And they are not very impossible to get. If you plus them together, you will get a total of 65 upon 100. And that is your AL5 already. AL5. But you must understand that this is a minimum lah. It's the minimum. It's not fantastic.
Should it be 32 out of 55?
No. Because paper 1 is always easier. paper 1 is always easier. So we always try to do better in paper 1. Paper 2 is a bit lower.
33 plus 33
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh,
is
make a mistake. Yeah, okay, sorry. Yeah, you're right. 33 and 32, yeah. So your paper 2 should be 32, yes. Okay,
I think
but
the school practice paper I got 36.
36. Okay, but you must understand, you must really understand that even though it's not say minimum, it doesn't mean fantastic. It's not fantastic. It just meets the minimum.
Yeah,
right?
then the booklet B got I think 40 booklet A got 40 45.
Paper 1, right? So
Yeah,
40.
so it's 40 plus 36, like 76, I think.
Okay, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Your mid-year paper should be quite easy. I won't say quite easy, but should be quite normal. But the prelim paper you will be quite different. Okay, so be prepared for the something harder. Okay, and so you will see later lah. In a few weeks' time, you will see how hard is the paper 1, right?
Okay.
Or you can have a look
Are
now.
there like more questions?
Not that there are more questions, same number of questions, but you will find that the questions are wordy, more
The
words.
marks are the same also, right?
Marks are the same, yeah, more words. And it's like the paper, it's like the paper 1 has paper 2 questions inside. Like the paper 2 questions are inside the paper 1. So it's going to be.
That means the prelim paper 2 will be the very, very hard one.
Paper 2, yeah, paper 2 will be also very hard. Yeah, so the entire paper will be tough, entire paper. Right, your paper 1 will be so tough, but definitely will be harder than mid-year paper 1. Definitely. All right. Yeah, but your paper 2 will, as usual, be tough, as usual. Okay. Yeah, but in the PSLE, we are not sure. Okay, PSLE, it could be a little easier. Could be lah, maybe. Okay, we are not sure. But it's always good to do hard papers so that you are ready. Okay, you're ready for anything. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's true.
Okay, any questions?
I don't think there's any more.
Okay, then I'll see you on the next in June. Okay, June, we have a 2-week break, then we will continue in June. Okay.
Oh, the Saturday is also on a 2-week break.
No, okay. This is only the break for Monday. Right.
Okay,
Saturday
okay.
you still have to come for lesson, regular lessons.
Okay,
But
okay.
Monday lessons we have a break.
One more question for the Saturday. Is there any homework? Because I didn't see
there's no homework because it's exam week. You need the time to study for the exams.
okay.
Or have you completed all your exam already? All right.
Yeah.
Mine
is tomorrow.
Okay, so you take the time to study for the exam. No homework this week. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. So goodbye. See you next lesson.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.